Thank you for watching this video today. Normally, I'm a man with very short introductions, but when we talk about money, I become frank. We have stand united, not just as individuals, but as a collective to voice and demand justice, transparency, and accountability. In recent times, we have witnessed a disturbing trend. The very same institutions meant to protect and serve us are instead exploiting and deceiving us. The government, which should be a beacon of hope and fairness, has become a symbol of corruption and greed. One can ask me how, and this can be answered in parts. As those who are following me and subscribers know that I always answer questions in parts. I have to elucidate the answer as follows. 1. Economic exploitation. Our hard-earned money is siphoned off through exorbitant taxes and mismanaged public funds. Instead of investing in our communities, these resources are channeled into the pockets of the elite. 2. Lack of transparency. All these decisions that significantly affect our financial positions and lives are made behind closed doors without our consent or knowledge. This lack of transparency breeds corruptions and erodes our trust in the system. Thirdly, inequality and justice. The gap between the rich and the poor widens every day. The poor get poorer and the rich get richer. While a selected few enjoy inconceivable wealth, on the other hand, the majority struggle to make ends meet. I view this is not just an economic issue, but a moral crisis that needs to be addressed diplomatically. 4. Erosion of rights. Our fundamental rights are way under the pretext of security and order. We must ask ourselves, at what cost are we willing to sacrifice our liberty? We must act decisively in what we are led to do in respect of the two-pot systems. We must demand accountability from our leaders, and we must insist on transparency in governance. Let us not be silent. Let us not be passive. And let us rise and make our voices heard. While being exploited by our own leaders because of our dire economic situation, let's delve into the facts at hand. The retirement landscape we are facing in South Africa is a significant shift in the introduction of the two-pot retirement system. The retirement landscape we are facing in South Africa is a significant shift in the introduction of the two-pot retirement system. This new approach offers and brings about greater flexibility, but it is also coupled with a set of tax implications that needs to be carefully considered when deciding to fall into the savings pot, which is a trap. Navigating the tax system effectively is very important in order to protect oneself from a conducive financial future and to avoid unforeseen consequences. As from the 1st of September 2024, the pension contributions have been divided into two. But actually, for those who have been contributors pre their forced date, there is actually a third pot called the vested pot. In essence, there is three pots. One, the retirement pot will be fed with 2/3 of the monthly contribution. Two, The savings pot have been seed funded by 10% of the total pension at 31st August 2024, but it's limited to the maximum of the amount of 30,000 rand. This simply means if one's pension fund's 10% is greater than 30,000 rand, the savings pot will only be credited with 30,000 rand, not 10%. 3. The vested pot. Members who have been contributing before 1st of September 2024 will have a vested pot with all the funds from the date of contribution to the 31st of August 2024, minus the 10%, but limited to 30,000 rand, depending on one's funds position. As from 1st September 2024, there will be no contributions to this pot. It is not allowed to be contributed into. However, in the vested pot, the old pension rules will continue to apply. Now, there's another catch. There are two sides of the coin. There is a vast variety of literature, lectures, and expert advices on this topic. But only one side of the coin is elucidated: the retirement and the resignation facts. But in respect of dismissal, next to nothing has been elucidated. One, why is this a silent fact? Or is it just another catch to be discovered a little later? Now let's interrogate the tax implications. The two-pot system's tax ramification might significantly affect one's financial planning. Therefore, it is important to understand these implications, which is of vital importance for making informed decisions to safeguard your retirement savings from tax liability. The benefit of not withdrawing from the savings pot are as follows. The savings pot comes with a tax motivation at retirement, which is that the first 550,000 will be tax-free, and you will be taxed according to retirement tax tables, which are lower than income tax rates. However, the shortcomings is if you withdraw. If you owe tax to SARS, it will be deducted from your savings withdrawal, and this is a catch on members. It's not a relief. Let's say you owe 25,000 on taxes and you are financially pressured and you want to withdraw, and they withdraw their 25,000 rand. You are left with nothing. What will happen at retirement if one withdraws all his savings pot fund? Your retirement savings will be used to purchase you an annuity, which will in turn provide you with an income after retirement. And you can withdraw 1/3 of your vested pot and all money in your savings pot, if any. If there is no money left in your vested pot or savings pot at retirement, you will not have access to a lump sum amount in the event of emergencies or large withdrawals and taxation. Withdrawals from the savings pot are treated as taxable income. This means that the amount you withdraw is added to your annual income and is taxed at your marginal tax rate. Withdrawals and taxations. Withdrawals from the savings pot are treated as taxable income. This means that the amount you withdraw is added to your annual income and taxed at your marginal tax rate. This simply means that your tax bracket will be expanded without any increment on your salary for that financial year. Another daylight robbery or financial exploitation from our government. The more you withdraw, the higher your taxable income, potentially pushing you into a higher tax bracket. Therefore, this means one will be subjected to higher tax, and that is another catch to consider. By not taking your savings pot before retirement, You can keep a lower taxable income and remain in a lower tax rate. This technique of not withdrawing from your savings pot will preserve one's savings. The savings will grow while reducing the immediate tax burden. Idling the withdrawals until retirement will maximize the tax-deferred growth of your retirement pot. And this approach will result in a larger nest egg and potentially better tax treatment during retirement. In the next bonus video on two-pot system, I will be explaining tax implications and strategies to keep your tax bracket low while withdrawing. The PayPal link, subscribe, and don't forget to like. This will help with funds to do more research on topics that are close to our hearts. I thank you for watching this video, and I'll be getting back to my normal business, empowering minds, where I'll be introducing the topic of emotional and spiritual intelligence, which will build better leaders for South Africans. Comment on the comment section if there's improvement needed, and if there's topic that you need to be researched and explained, do so in the comment sections so that we can have more videos of this nature. Thank you again.